Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining this webinar. We are just giving the attendees just a few minutes, 2 to 3 minutes to join in before, so that we can start. We don't want to leave anyone behind. So we'll be starting around 9:04. Thank you. Okay, we have to start now. So good morning, everyone, and good afternoon to our colleagues in Taiwan. And I would like to welcome all of us to this webinar. And my name is Clement Nyirenda, and I am the E-Research Director at the University of the Western Cape in South Africa. And I will be moderating this webinar. And we are actually the people presenting are our colleagues from Taichung Veterans General Hospital in Taichung, Taiwan. And uh, just a little bit of some brief info. Towards the end of last year, I attended the Smart Healthcare Workshop, which was hosted by Taiwan ICDF in Taiwan. And one of the places that we visited was Taichung Veterans General Hospital. And I was really impressed by the work that they do in smart healthcare. And theirs is a hospital that is always in top 300 among smart hospitals in the world. And after I came back, I thought it was a wise decision to continue engaging with them to learn more from their work. So as it is now, I don't want to speak too much. I just want them to present so that you can hear the kind of stuff that they are doing. So these presentations will be in four parts. The first part will be a presentation by Mr. Lai. Mr. Lai the uh, is the director for the Computer and Communications Center at Taichung Veterans General Hospital. And he has a bachelor's degree in engineering science from National Cheng Kung University and a master's degree in engineering science from the same university. And he has been working at this hospital for quite a long time. And he started as a programmer and analyst. Then he became the leader of the section, one of the section in the Computer and Communication Center from 2005 to 2016. And now he is the director of this center. And this is the center that is behind the innovations in smart healthcare at this hospital, not university. So without much ado, I would like to welcome Mr. Lai for the first presentation, which is the smart hospital system. So over to you, sir.
Okay. Good morning, Dr. Clement. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I am Lai-Xun Lai, the Director of Computer and Communications Center, Taichung Veterans General Hospital. I and my colleague are truly honored to present some innovations of hospital information system in our hospital. Hope they will bring you some inspirations. We are from Taichung, Taiwan. The distance between Taichung Veterans General Hospital and the University of the Western Cape is near 8,000 miles. The Chinese Confucius once said, "It is such a pleasure to have friends coming from afar." I hope this is a very special opportunity to share the experiences of us in Taiwan to all of you. I think most of you have not been to Taiwan. Foreign travelers take Taipei as the first stop in Taiwan. Taipei 101 is the highest building in Taiwan. But we come from Taichung. I strongly recommend you go to Taichung next time. We have some world-famous buildings. For example, the Luz Chapel in Donghai University, National Taichung Theater, and others. If you come to Taichung, don't forget to the beautiful scenery point. Now, I will introduce our hospital for you. Taichung Veterans General Hospital was established in 1982. It is the only public medical center in central Taiwan area and evaluated as medical center in the first class teaching hospital since 1991. Now, we are three-level medication system in central Taiwan area. We have one medical center, three regional hospitals, 4 veteran home clinics, total 8 hospitals and the clinics. We have mission, vision, and the core values. Our mission is to strive for excellence in healthcare, medical education, and the research, and to improve the health of veterans, the general public, and all human beings. Our vision is to deliver intelligent and holistic medicine and to provide the best healthcare. Our core values are compassion, quality, innovation, and accountability, all based on integrity. I will show you the important numbers of our hospital. We have over 1,600 beds, near 6,000 employees, over 100 outpatient facilities, and have over 3 million unique patients from every place of Taiwan. In 2023, each day we have over 9,000 outpatient visits and 200 emergency patients. Each month, we have over 6,500 of inpatients and near 5,000 of operations. Today, we have 4 sessions in this webinar. I will present the first session for you. Information system of smart hospital. This is my personal information. This is today's agenda. First, I will introduce the important awards and achievements of our hospital. In the international recognition by the survey of Newsweek magazine and the Statista of the United States, we are the only hospital in Taiwan to be listed in top 3 world's best smart hospital for 2 years. And the ranking of 2024 is better than 2023. By the survey of Healthcare Information Management System Society of the United States, we are the second highest global ranking of digital healthcare index score. We are also the first public medical center in Taiwan to achieve TIMSS Stage 6 and 7 gradations in 2023. It takes only 8 months to recreate the fastest record in Taiwan. In the national recognition, we are the first hospital in Taiwan to achieve 3 times of Smart Hospital Award. Thanks to the efforts and the cooperation of my colleagues, we deploy our hospital information system to 12 branch hospitals around Taiwan. We made 2 impossible missions come true. First, this work is done during COVID-19 period. Second, we deploy hospital information system to 8 hospitals in 8 months, which creates the fastest record in Taiwan hospital history. Now, we are one of the largest hospital information systems in Taiwan. Besides that, we also create many first recognitions of information systems in Taiwan. For example, first mobile nursing system, first ENR Global Hospital, first National Health Insurance Medicloud Integration Hospital, first e-paper system, first Smart Operation Room Management System, and the largest telehealthcare center, and others. Now, I will introduce hospital information system. Our hospital information system is developed according to the digital transformation steps. The first step is digitization. We move from paper analog to digital. We develop first generation hospital information system on IBM mainframe system. The second step is digitalization. We use digital data to simplify work, also downsizing the IBM mainframe system to open system, implement ENR, adopt IoT technology. The third step is digital transformation. We add values to every customer interaction, especially data-driven, the AI, the telehealth. Now, our hospital information system covers 5 fields. patient engagement, to enhance patient satisfaction, healthcare team collaboration, to improve healthcare team performance, hospital administration, to enhance support team performance, teaching and research, to enhance teaching and research quality. Last but the most important one is data integration and analysis system, which make data-driven decisions possible. Our hospital information system is patient-centered design. Newest data is integrated into one screen. The doctors can check patient information, the care team, active medication and the treatments, ADR to drug or food, hand of the nursing records, vital sign, the pen score, and other data, all in one screen. And the doctors can click to check any detailed information. We all know data is the fundamental for AI model development, but how to get high quality medical data? We develop structured medical record system of admission, discharge, nursing, other notes. We also develop structured examination report systems of radiology, endoscope, and other reports. It can help doctors and the nurses to fill the required data and can trigger necessary patient safety notification during the recording process. In pharmacy management system, we are the first hospital in Taiwan to integrate with National Health Insurance Cloud. In 2014, we convert the conventional roll column format to easy read timeline format, so doctors can know the medications of the patient very easily. Each medication is identified as different colors to indicate from our hospital or from other hospitals. Okay. We got patent of the timeline display format, but we donate this patent to National Health Insurance Agency. Now, every hospital in Taiwan can get this easy, readable timeline display format to improve more patient safety in Taiwan. This is our social responsibility. Okay. Sorry, we have some technical problems. We got out. Okay. We also, sorry, we'll come back.
No problem.
Okay. We also have comprehensive clinical decision support system, including alerts of dose range, drug-alert interaction, drug-drug interaction, drug-food interaction, pregnancy, and other checks. Based on the integration of with National Health Insurance Cloud, we can do cross-check not only medications from our hospital, also including from other hospitals. This improves patient safety. In nursing information system, we provide smart reminder functions, including real-time alerts symbols on patient list, reminding of important matters and unfinished medical orders. This can release the burden of nurses and also improve nursing quality. Now I will present some smart hospital cases for you. First, the e-signature system. Traditionally, the patient signed informed consent form in paper. But for the last mile of paperless hospital, we adopt e-signature system in patient informed consent. When patient informed consent document is generated, it will transfer to iPad immediately. So patient can sign the document on iPad. This achieves 100% correct and the perfect closed loop. After adopting the e-sign system, each month we save over 120,000 papers. Not only save costs in the space, the most important one is to comply the ESG trend of the world. On medical IoT integration, we connect all medical IoT devices to hospital information system since 2012. These data will transfer to system in real time. Abnormal value will trigger notifications to doctors, the nurses, and the machine data is also used for AI model development. Next is the smart patient engagement systems. We provide patient service app. Using this app, patient can make appointments, query status, access to inpatient, emergency, outpatient service, and the payment. Additionally, patient can check his own health data and the trend analysis. This function also available for family members, so the health status of family can be managed easily. For special patient, for example, cancer patient can take photo and send it to hospital. Patient can also take survey form and report symptom, mood, and other data to hospital. This helps doctors, nurses, and the case managers to take right action for patients. This improves patient health. In data governance and the dashboards, we build standard workflow from raw data to data governance to data warehouse to data service, all for data utilization. For example, the emergency patients are so crowded in Taiwan, so the patient waiting time is a big issue in every medical center in Taiwan. For that, we developed emergency patient flow dashboard. From registration to ward, this dashboard can monitor every point of patient service. This makes us easy to mark major problems and to solve them. By using this dashboard, the emergency patient waiting time is significantly reduced. We are the shortest ER stay time medical center in Taiwan, and the far leading the second one. We also built specialized data maps for dashboards and AI model development. For example, we built the largest ICU data map in Asia. It is similar to mimic form, but we extend features from the data of national health insurance agents, so it is more comprehensive. In the AI model development and adoption, by the usage of Asia's largest ICU data map, we developed over 10 smart ICU prediction models based on historical data. Now they are integrated into our hospital information system and combined to doctors' daily practice workflow. Each hour, we calculate risk score of each patient to predict 8 hours to 72 hours later outcome and update score in the system. This interface is also designed for doctors' thinking process. It will highlight the importance of each feature. This makes AI model more explainable. Now, the AKI prediction system is approved by Taiwan Food and Drug Agency. The ARDS prediction system is now in reviewing process and will be approved soon. For cross-validation of AI models in different medical centers in Taiwan, Taichung Veteran General Hospital initiated Taiwan Smart Healthcare Alliance. We call it TISHA, by the funding of government of Taiwan. We deliver AKI prediction model to other 4 medical centers for cross-validation. After federated learning, you can see the model of each model performance is improved for every medical center. We also adapt AI models to assist clinics in different sections. Looking at the future, in the next step of smart hospital, we will continue to develop next generation hospital information system and develop every field of smart technology in hospital. We also cooperate with cloud providers, but all of them must under network security and privacy protection. Finally, I will share the experience of us. First, high table support and multiple discipline cooperation are keys to success. Second, people in the process are always first. Technologies are last. Third, good quality data will make good results. Finally, cooperation with other hospitals, universities, and the vendors are very, very, very important. This is my presentation. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lai, for the good and exciting presentation. At this point, I would like to say that if we have questions, let us put them in the chat or in the Q&A section, and then the presenters can answer them in the chat. But the ones that maybe may need them to speak, or you want to speak, then I think we can ask at the end of the presentation. I saw a hand from, is it Shaka Arnamami, something like that? I would like to suggest that maybe you can speak or ask at the end of the presentations. So at this stage, I think we will have to continue to the next presenter.
Yeah.
The next hello? The next presenter is Mr. Yi Chun Wu. He is the Deputy Leader of Application Development Section at the Computer and Communication Center at Taichung Veterans General Hospital. And he has a Bachelor of Science degree in Information Management from Providence University and a Master of Science degree in Information Management from Asia University, formerly Taichung Health and Management College. And he has been working in software development, specializing in back-end systems and database management for the past 15 years, and is proficient in various programming languages. And his key experiences are mainly in planning, organizing, and executing an e-paper application project. And which is like the main thing that he will talk about here. And in the presentation, he will talk about the e-paper use cases at Taichung Veterans General Hospital. And I would like to welcome you, sir, and please go ahead with the presentation. Thank you so much. May you please share your video because people would want to see you.
Can you see the
他想要看到的。
那这个镜头开，这个镜头先看一下，先让他们看一下。这个比
这个镜头你还要看
从头看就要看两个。
镜头不用
Thank you. We can see you.
OK， 对了，你把那个电脑照片的放到语讯前面，这样他们就会看到戏。
还没进去。
是他不要接那个用到。Sorry, we are trying to open the camera for 一群无。在这里挥挥手就可以。在这里，你来这边来挥挥手，对了，你好，在这边自我介绍一下，好，OK，好，这样来挥手就好了，回去那边手好，好，他们看。Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, I can see you.
Oh, my friends, thank you.
会拿会议时间。
Good morning, Dr. Clement and all online friends. My name is Li Chu. It's my great honor to have this opportunity today to share with you the application of e-paper technology at the Taichung Veterans General Hospital. I look forward to sharing insights and learning from all of you. Thank you. Long ago, people wished for something to write and show stuff on, like paper, but better, because you could use it again and again. Today, we have e-paper, which is short for electronic paper. E-paper is really cool because it looks like real paper, feels like it, and you can write on it just like on real paper. But it's special because it's like a magic paper you can use over and over. It also called e-ink, which is like digital ink that doesn't run out. And how e-paper works. E-ink comprises millions of microcapsules about the damage of a human hair. Each microcapsule contains electronic particles, negatively charged white and positively charged black particles, suspended in a liquid fluid. By applying an electrical field, charged particles move to the top of the microcapsule, making the surface appear white or black to the viewer. An advantage of e-paper displays as below. 1. E-paper displays only use power when the image changes, which means they are incredibly energy efficient. 2. The high contrast and the wide viewing angle make e-paper displays easy to read.
even in direct sunlight. 3. E-paper can be made thin and bendable, offering more flexibility for different uses. 4. The production of e-paper has a lower environmental impact than that of LCD or LED displays. Next, I will show with you the schematic diagram of the smart ward at Taichung Venture General Hospital, which have been enhanced with e-paper technology. This includes 3 use cases marked in yellow, green, and blue, respectively. Case 1, unidose cartridge. Case 2, 3 infusion pen. Case 3, bedside displays. Case 1, unidose cartridge. The left image shows that traditional handwritten unidose cartridge. The middle one presents unidose cartridge after incorporating e-paper technology. And the right image displays unidose cartridge for different patients placed in the medication cart. According to the World Health Organization survey, 1/3 of patients worldwide die from improper medication use rather than the disease itself. In Taiwan, the Taiwan Patient Safety Reporting (PPR) shows that medication incidents are consistently ranked first or second in reported events. In 2021, there were a total of 19,106 medication incidents, with 27.3% of them occurring during the medication administration phase. Reducing error during the medication administration phase is the problem we aim to solve. When you stay in the hospital, doctors often give medicine to help you get better. But there are lots of steps to make sure you get the right medicine. Doctors write what you need, pharmacists check it, and then nurses give it to you. It's a big job because they have to be very careful to not mix things up. They need to know a lot about each patient, like their name and what medicines they take. Writing all these things take a lot of time and work. Sometimes mistakes happen, which is not good for the patient. That's why we are using e-paper now. It's like a smart paper to show all the medicine info correctly without so many mistakes. Let's look at the components of our new unidose cartridge featuring e-paper technology. 1. A 2.9-inch e-paper display with the ability to move and auto-update. 2. A newly designed cartridge that you can easily swap out. 3. The whole design is pretty sleek and safe to handle without any shame. Age. Next, we will introduce the technique system architecture of the unidose cartridge, which belongs to the design of system software and 1. Display template design module. This allows for the creation of display styles on the display unit, including fixed text and the numbers, dynamic fields links to the relevant data, such as bed number, patient's name, and others. QR code and the image styles. Once created, the display templates are saved for easy access and future use. 2. Forecast control module. This module links display template data, patient, bed, medication data, dispensing, displaying unit data, and carrying, integrating them, and transmitting the integrated data via the network to the medication box display unit. 3. Display unit carry measurement module. This function links the display unit identification data with the present pairing data, facilitating subsequent forecasted applications. 4. Medication information management data module. This function connects patient data with medication data, providing the information needed by the forecasting module. 5. Patient admission and the discharge management module. This function dynamically manages the process of patients' admission and discharge, providing timely update to the unit dose cartridge display unit for the forecasting module. Next, let's compare the e-paper unit dose cartridge with the traditional method. In addition to displaying information such as name and bed number, it also provides the following information. 1. Provides the system time of the last update to the e-paper, used to confirm whether the schedule has been automatically updated correctly and on time. 2. Drug administration during. 3. Integrate with the HIS system for patient admission, discharge, and transport bed data. Actively updating e-paper information when patients are admitted, discharged, or transferred. 4. Icons indicate the presence of fragile, high cost, or frozen medications within the cartridge. Make it clear and easy to understand. We will look at the statistical performance benefits of the e-paper unit dose cartridge. Please refer the following data. 1. Save pharmacist time in manually labeling about 60 minutes per day. 2. Completeness of the patient's information increased to 100%. User satisfaction survey up to 98%. 2. Hour saving of up to 97%. Test 2. Drip infusion tank. The left image shows that traditional handwritten drip infusion label. The middle one presents drip infusion label after incorporating e-paper technology, and the right image shows the actual usage at the nursing station. Next, we will introduce the technical system architecture of the drip diffusion tank. First, retrieve drip diffusion data from HIS. This is the interface for synchronizing drug infusion orders to the nursing system. In this interface, orders can be sorted and the medication can be added. Next, the image generation service management system converts drip infusion data into an image format for review and writing by PC or mobile device. Let's see the actual operation screen. Just click on the function within the red box to generate the label. The image generation service management system will automatically determines if it is a non-high alert drip infusion and display a preview image with a blue border. If it is a high alert drip diffusion, the preview image will be displayed with a red border. Press the drip diffusion tag on the NFC reader to perform the right calculation after preview confirmation. Let's see the actual operation screen. Click on right card, and the image will be written to the e-paper. Can be completed in 6 seconds. And final step will include 1. Verify that the type of the diffusion is correct. 2. Attach the e-paper drip diffusion tag to the diffusion bag. 3. Scan the patient's wristband barcodes and the drip diffusion bag. Let's see the actual operation photo about verify infusion is correct and attach the e-paper drop diffusion tag to the diffusion bag. And the actual operation photo about scan the patient's wristband barcodes and the drip diffusion tag. Next, let's compare the e-paper drip diffusion tag with traditional methods. In addition to displaying traditional handwritten information such as name and bed number, it also provides the following information. 1. Provides a barcode to achieve a closed-loop medication administration system. 2. Dispensing date. 3. Usage bag count. 4. Drug dose information. We will look at the statistical performance benefits of the e-paper drip diffusion tag. Please refer the following data. 1. Save nurses handwriting work time about 70 minutes per day. 2. Reduce the drip zero rate to 15.89%. And the user satisfaction survey up to 98%. 2. Power saving of up to 97%. Case 3. Baseline displays. The left image shows the traditional handwritten bedside display information for inpatients, which contains important information about the patient, including the attending physician, the patient's language, isolation notes, currently used catheter, drug allergy condition, falling prevention, and more. And the right image presents bedside displays after incorporating e-paper technology. This device is the e-paper bedside displays, featuring a 13-inch e-paper panels. It operates a lithium battery module and can be also powered through PoE. 2. With 4 individual buttons for change display contents. 3. Is auto update contents via Wi-Fi. The e-paper bedside display saves nurses handwriting work time about 90 minutes per day. Case 4. Drug cabinet. The left image shows the traditional handwritten drug cabinet information for high cost of frozen medications, and the right image presents drug cabinet after incorporating e-paper technology. This device uses a single 5.65-inch e-paper panel and update content via Zigbee wireless transmission. it automatically updates the e-paper panel with the pharmacy ordering system, displaying high cost or burden medication for transfer step pickup, replacing the manual card to driving alert system. The e-paper drug cabinet step medication transfer step checking time about 15 minutes per day. We use special e-paper in hospitals to help patients. It's so smart and new. We got more than 4 places and some special papers that say it's our idea. People really like it. Next, our future work has 2 directions. 1, transition gradually to colored e-paper displays. 2, expand the application to more fields for paperless and ESG. Next, I will share the take-home message with everyone. Please refer to the information. That's conclude my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, sir, for the presentation. And as I mentioned to all participants, you can put the questions on the Q&A section. And I would like to ask our presenters to look at the Q&A section. There is a number of questions that have been asked. And if there are questions that you can answer in the chat there, you can answer them right away as we continue with the presentation. And some of them we will have to look at them at the end. Thank you so much. So we will proceed to the next presentation. The next presenter is Mr. Taichung Huang. I hope I have pronounced it correctly. He's the leader of the clinical information section at the Computer and Communication Center at Taichung Veterans General Hospital. And he has a master's degree in computer science from Tsinghua University. And he has received a number of awards along the way. And he has also been working in software development, specializing in clinical information, front-end and back-end systems for over 18 years, and proficient in various programming languages. And as part of his key experiences, he actually led a team of developers in the successful downsizing from IBM mainframe to x86 architecture. And in this presentation, he will be talking to us about the smart operating room management system, the smart operating room management system. So over to you, sir. Thank you. Oh, your mic, you are muted, I think.
Okay.
You should
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great honor to show you how we make OR management be smart in our hospital. I am Taichung Huang, the leader of Clinical Information Team, Computer and Communication Center, Taichung Veterans General Hospital, and I have over 18 years of experience in software development. Let's talk about what is the challenge and the problem first. Because the number of operating rooms are limited, and the number of operations is increased year by year. This is a big issue because it will lead to uncertainty in the waiting time for regular surgeries, decrease the on-time rate for emergency surgeries, and patient safety will be a big problem. So our hospital must face on the huge problem, not enough operating rooms, and try to fix it.
increasing the number of operating rooms may be one of the most easily thought of. But is it a good idea? Are there any other ways? Let's talk about the pressure of change in OR before our solution. There are approximately 60% of the patients visit the OR during their hospital stay. And it is very complex environment and low tolerance of errors. And the OR activities contribute a major portion to hospital finances. Under the complexity and the pressure imposed upon all involved parties, make optimization of OR management should be in high administrative priority. Even more, it also involves many aspects other than just professional teams, including architecture layouts, equipment, instruments, materials, and the IT systems. In fact, increasing the number of operating rooms are not only required enormous construction costs, but also impacts the existing environment. Therefore, we are trying to approach this from a management perspective and consider how to enhance utilization with the current number of operating rooms. So we started with organizing a special task force group, leading by our superintendent, armed at the target of lean, smart, and innovative OR management, and set up important goals to achieve, such as zero patient errors and precise scheduling and so on. The solutions and the interventions are summarized here. First, we set up critical events to be monitored and use information technology to monitor those events, followed by regular reviews and the results and the corresponding policy revisions. We affirmed that patient identification should be 100% correct, and timeout should be 100% carried out. Timing of every step from patient entry to exit were carefully documented with electronic record, and the instant electronic system were applied for mastering all conditions to be able to rapidly respond to urgent requirement. The detailed monitoring system designed and applied surrounding the patient are shown here, including arrangement of surgery, anesthesia assessment, pre-operation care, surgical performance, post-operative care, and so on. Each step requires some specific corresponding smart IT systems. We analyze all patient care related service surrounding the surgical patients and design 6 major pillar systems that could help fulfilling our goals. The number 1 is surgical scheduling system. Number 2 is pre-anesthesia assessment system. Number 3 is surgical console system. Number 4 is OR procedure tracking app. Number 5 is surgical instant dashboard. Number 6 is surgical electronic whiteboard. The data flow of our design following the direction of arrow. The implementation details and the digital infrastructure will be followed. The first is smart surgical scheduling system that will automatically show up the duration needed based on the average of each procedure for each surgeon past 2 years, estimated blood loss, and fit the new schedule into existing schedule, and create required lab examination order package, surgical consent, and the anesthesia assessment request automatically. At the same time, automatically build up the dashboard provided us visual app management capability, by which detailed by daily operative schedule diary, could be retrieved and reviewed easily and clearly at any time. We have developed an incision site drawing system. This is used during scheduling. The markings met with this system are synchronized with patient informed consent form and the in-room electronic whiteboard to facilitate communication with patient and ensuring patient safety. The second is smart anesthesia assessment system, which will survey all patient data, including medication history from the medical information cloud system of National Health Insurance to accurately assess anesthetic risk before signing the anesthesia consent. And the mutual communication between surgeons and the anesthesiologist could be also conveyed and discussed by this system. All the informed consent forms were maintained by a document management system named e-sign system. Those documents will be retrieved and checked during entry and again when the sign in and time out. The left picture is surgical consent document. Surgeon signs first, followed by the consenting patient, with the date and the time of the signatures indicated at the end. Same procedure was done for signing the anesthesia consent is shown in the right. Let's focus on the left picture first, before the new system. The nursing staff manage the flow of patient by little stick that cannot provide the required information and the difficulty to increase the efficiency. Regarding these issues, we developed the smart surgical console system. The system provided real-time information such as emergent surgery appointment incoming. You can manage the patient flow by drag and drop. And we use color coding to facilitate speedy identification of patient flow. For example, the green color background means patient has already been identified. Skin color means patient is undergoing operation at that time. And you can link to the drug dispatching system, instrument, and the equipment loading system by just one click. And we use local reminder to identify the condition of patient. For example, the first one means the patient, the examine of patient COVID-19 test result is positive. The second one means the patient transferred to OR by wheelchair and so on. This system will make nursing staff work more efficiently and become happier. We have meticulous patient identification procedures. Totally, it must check for 5 times at 5 steps. The first is to perform electronic identification by scanning barcode when patient entry into the OR. At this point, nursing staff will check the completeness of surgical and anesthetic consent forms, including the name of operation and the incision site graph, before signing their own names for approval. The fourth system is OR procedure tracking app, carried in the iPad, which will keep records of all the timing in the whole procedure for later analysis, discussion, and policy reshaping for future quality improvement. The fifth is the surgical instant dashboard system, which will real-time demonstrate all the operative conditions in the OR and will show warnings to any unusual condition detected, and will also call the further action to ensure patient safety. The sixth is the in-room surgical electronic whiteboard, which will show the safety checklist throughout the whole process during the procedure, accordance with the WHO guideline. For example, during the process of signing, OR and the anesthetic nurse will identify patient, search for procedure and the incision site again, and check any alert history, anticoagulant use, difficult intubation case, self-pay materials, and the broader preparation. Surgeon will then initiate the process of timeout, check the readiness of all operative team members, and confirm the surgical plan. During the surgery, it will show the duration of operation and the estimated time left, and remind the additional prophylactic antibiotics. The final sign-out process was performed by all three parties to check the detailed counts of gauze, needles, instruments parts, and the surgical specimen to guarantee the patient's safety. And we also developed electronic anesthesia record. It will collect vital sign data and the medication records during operation automatically to avoid human errors. How about the result and the impact of all these implementations? The on-time rate of the first regular surgery was improved to around 95%. The transition time between operations decreased from 20.9 to 13.9 minutes. Based on those two results, the OR total utilization rate improved from 82 to 96%. The total number of operation and the total operation hours increased year by year without any additional operating rooms. And how about the patient safety? The patient identification and the timeout process was executed 100%. The emergency operation could be performed within 1 hour in 100%. In past few years, we presented our achievements at several international conferences. And we also accept benchmarking studies from several domestic medical centers, Taiwan College of Healthcare Executive, and the Japan Association of Healthcare Management Consultants. This is why we have been recognized with many honors and awards, such as Medical Quality Award, Symbol of National Quality Award, and so on. Finally, smart surgical care service process is one of the 6 required domains to establish our hospital to be a real smart hospital. We received the award in 2019 and valid for 4 years till last year. And we applied it again and we got it. Actually, this is the 3rd time we have been affirmed by the Taiwan Joint Commission on Hospital Accreditation. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Huang, for the exciting presentation. It really shows why you have been getting all these Smart Hospital Awards. And I would like to say that for your presentation and for the first 2 presentation, there is a number of questions which participants are asking. If you go on more, there is share screen, then there is more down there. If you click that place, then you will find Q&A, and there is a number of questions. It's 11 questions, but it's not only for you, it's also for the other presenters. So I would like to encourage yourself and Mr. Lai and the I forgot the name. I think it's Taichung, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So please go through those questions in the Q&A section. If there are some that you can answer just by replying to the text, please go ahead. If there are some that will need to be answered maybe in a proper way by explaining, then maybe we can do it at the end. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So at this stage, I would like us to go to the final presentation for today. And the speaker is Mr. Ching Tsung Chen. And he's the leader of the System Foundation section at the Computer and Communication Center at Taichung Veterans General Hospital. And he has a Master of Science degree in Information Engineering and Computer, I think should be Information and Computer Engineering from Feng Chia University. And he has been working in information technology systems management for the past 20 years. And he has been a lecturer. I think he's still a lecturer, university lecturer. And he has been the chief of this section since 2017. And before this, he was the IT engineer at the same place from 2003 to 2016. So as you can see, it's like most of our colleagues presenting today have been at Taichung Veterans General Hospital for almost the whole of their professional career. And I think that helps to make things work, really. And his presentation, the topic is telehealth of the hospital information system. And he will be talking about the AIoT 5G technology for building the largest telehealth command center in Taiwan. And I don't want to preempt things. I just would like to ask you, sir, to proceed with the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Good day, esteemed Dr. Freeman, colleagues and guests. It is an honor to be here today to share with you the advancement and the experience of Taiwan's healthcare system, particularly in the realm of telemedicine. We are the #1 in Taiwan. I am Jin Zhongchen, chief of the section of Computer Center at Taichung Veterans General Hospital. Let's talk some about Taiwan first. Taiwan is here today, right here. It is an island located on the eastern coast of mainland China, sometimes referred to as Formosa, meaning beautiful island. Its geographic location is somewhat similar to the today of Madagascar and the African continent. But Taiwan is smaller in size. It's only about 1/16 the size of Madagascar. Taiwan has a population of about 23 million, which is similar to Madagascar too. Taiwan has a well-established healthcare infrastructure. As shown in the presentation, we have 19 medical centers, around 500 regional hospitals, and 23,000 clinics. The extensive healthcare network ensures that all residents have access to high-quality medical service. In recent years, Taiwan has consistently ranked first globally in healthcare quality, according to the International Rating Agency. Therefore, many people generally believe that telemedicine is only necessary in remote rural areas. However, this perception has gradually changed since the COVID-19 pandemic. In a segment on a Discovery Channel video,
the director gave me a close-up shot like this, okay? Even though it was only 2 seconds long, the director come to our hospital, and when he understand our hospital, he said that in smart hospital, the IT department is too important. You support almost all teams, so you got had the close-up shot like this, only 2 seconds. Okay. And then I think is more important is I say the sentence. Even our close neighbors can sometimes feel out the bridge. If you are interested in the first thing, please scan a QR code. That is a 44-minute video about the COVID-19 pandemic in Taiwan. Here are some challenges and obstacles about Taiwan's medical service team. First, it is estimated that by 2026, the proportion of elderly people in Taiwan will exceed 20%, and this proportion will only continue to rise. Additionally, over 80% of them will suffer from at least one chronic disease. Second, in faraway countryside, it is hard to get a hospital because transportation is not easy. There are not enough doctors and nurses, and it is difficult to find new ones. Third, Taiwan's fertility rate is only 1.09. Means that each couple raises only one child. It is the lowest in the world. So we can see that Taiwan will have more old people in the future, but there won't be enough doctors and nurses to help them. So we want to make our healthcare information system stronger and more flexible. Use digital technology in medicine system and daily life, and then keep improving it. As you can see, we believe that healthcare helps solve problems. So we built Taiwan's biggest healthcare center. In 2022, we use medical IoT and 5G to connect over 10 places, like branch hospitals and veterans homes. We also use 5G with AR glass, cardiac hospitalization, and Da Vinci robotic arm surgery for remote consulting and education, all of which are first innovation in Taiwan. To make sure their healthcare great, we have 4 teams in our hospital. The first, home care teams watch over vital signs for patients with serious or long-term illnesses. Next up, the teleconsultation team help with consultation from rural areas, veterans hospitals, and even ambulance on the move. Third, our 24/7 access line handles all consultation, requests, and deals, with about 3,000 calls or questions every month. Four, last but not least, the engineering and the analytics teams keeps the platform updated and secure. Together, these teams are shaping the future of telehealth care in our hospital. We collaborate with different specialists to manage tests and provide advice using technology. Here are examples of our home care service, such as CV EKG monitor, geriatric patients IoT telemonitor. And then here are examples of our teleconsulting service, such as in e-consultation, complicated cardiac ablation, real-time consultation, consultation of acute ischemic stroke, volunteer clinics in rural regions, etc. To improve our telehealth service, we merged our consultation and case management into one hub. This helps us provide complete care from dispatch. Our telehealth center started in August 2022 and offering real-time service 24/7. By using hospital capacity data and the seamless system integration, we have significantly enhanced our telehealth service. Here is how it operates. All information, including emails and the vital sign data, gathered from remote health service and the hospital's system, is inputted into the IT predictive and computation engine. Through system integration, this data is then displayed in real time on the dashboard at the center. Telehealth center members utilize the information on the dashboard to publish complex medical text. Through our telemedicine initiatives, we have effectively reduced the number of veterans' forms, non-emergency patient transfer from 31% to 10% in 2023. Now we have more and more cases using telehealth care and monitoring vital signs in ambulance. Additionally, because we provide continuous EKG monitor service, the number of cases like this is continuing to increase. Here is another case of telehealth. As you can see in the previous slide, although Taiwan already has many hospitals and clinics, residents in some rural areas often spend over 2 or 3 hours on transportation for medical treatment. In addition to the waiting time for medical service, for the sick or elderly, it is still very difficult to see a doctor. Therefore, we have started a pilot plan for rural village medical service. Doctors in rural areas can also use our system to see patients' records from our hospitals or the government information system. And we can immediately send the patient's ultrasound image to our hospital using a 5G or high-speed ADSL network. For instant consultation with our specialists. A very important job of us is to guide complex heart surgeries from far away. This scenario has been featured in numerous media reports, including the Discovery Channel. If a doctor in the branch hospital has trouble during a cardiac catheter ablation procedure, they can ask for help from a doctor in our hospital. Using the fast 5G network, they can show images of the surgery in our telehealth center or case lab. Then, our doctor can give advice right away. Let's watch this 2-minute highlight clip.
这位病患是31岁的年轻病患，他反复心律不整来就诊，因此我们帮他安排心导管电烧手术。当我们心导管做进去之后，我们发现这个病患的讯号不容易判读，加上电烧导管不容易稳定。
The team is concerned. Dr. Shi decides to ask for help from his professor, Dr. Chen An in Taichung, who has decades more experience. They connect via the telehealth network.
收到的，我等一下马上就登录5G 平台。
Instead of getting into a car, traveling more than an hour to Chiayi, getting changed, scrubbing in, losing time, Dr. Chen takes out his cell phone and over 5G begins to familiarize himself with the case, looking at vital signs, lab results, and real-time changes in the patient while he walks across the hospital to the command center. When we return, Dr. Chen in Taichung assists Dr. Xie in Chiayi over the air on the difficult surgery that is currently in progress. Dr. Xie's patient has arrhythmia. To correct the heart rhythm problem, Dr. Xie threads catheters into the heart. The catheters have sensors that relay electrical information from the heart that can help pinpoint the source of the problem. Dr. Chen in Taichung instructs how to get a clear reading from the sensors.
就3C点的时候，就直接你现在东西先放上去，然后3C点给它 mapping 就好了。
对啊，对，一个放对。
把导管再往下垂到 V side。
继续，送了。
啊，很好，建成，很好，很好，很好。
谢谢院长指导。
这位病患是
Another scenario involves acute ischemic stroke consultation for our branch hospitals. Following the diagnosis of a stroke, the local emergency physician initiates a consultation with the neurologist and the radiologist at the general hospital to collectively evaluate the patient's current condition, drawing upon clinic, laboratory data, and the brain image. In the last year, about 30 stroke patients got this kind of help and treatment. Let's watch this 2 minutes second highlight, please.
An ambulance and its sirens screech through the streets of the town of Puli, a small town in central Taiwan, rushing Mr. Gao, 72 years old, who had suddenly collapsed, to a local hospital, the Puli Nantao branch of the Taichung Veterans General.
你叫什么名字知道吗？你先眼睛看我这里哈。好，来眼睛看右边，好看左边。
The physician on call at the emergency department, Dr. Jiang Shangyu, races against time. He examines Mr. Gao, orders tests, and believes the chance that it is a stroke is high. He wants to confirm his suspicions and asks to consult with the main hospital, which is more than 60 kilometers away.
我现在是怀疑急性脑中风病人，那可以麻烦帮我联络一下台中荣总的远距会诊吗？好。
An assistant calls the hospital telehealth center and uploads lab results for an over-the-air consultation.
好，张医师，我们已经连上线了。
这个是高先生，72岁了，然后1点左右开始，就是突然倒下去，那后来被家人发现是右侧肢体比较没有力气，那讲话好像也不太讲得出来这样。
他 CT 或 CTA 已经做完了吗？
已经做了，那我这边给您开影像。
或者可以讲好，那是不是请你那边再分享一下你那边的那个 Google 眼镜，来帮我们看一下病人。
来，你看一下眼睛，来，不好意思，忍耐一下哦。好，右脚抬看好不好？不行他只能稍微前往的动一下而已。来，我们再动一次哦。左脚可以哈，来右脚。
那他目前看起来应该是符合施打这个 IVTPA 的一个 indication 哦。
好。
那现在可不可以家属在旁边吗？
高先生的家属。
我是高先生。
等一下，如果您同意的话，施打这个静脉血栓溶解剂我们也建议将来可以再转到我们总院来，尽快为他施行这个动脉曲栓这个手术。
During the hour-long ambulance ride, Mr. Gao's vital signs and changes in condition are transmitted in real time to the awaiting team. Since some of the tests were already completed in Puli and results uploaded to the system, When Mr. Gao arrives, he is taken on a dedicated route straight to surgery, where a surgical team is standing by. Here, valuable time is being saved, potentially increasing the chances of better recovery.
As you see, we can trace the envelopes in the map. Okay, so we can see where it are and know when it will arrive at the hospital. This is our larger health center in our hospital. In short, our progress in telemedicine at Taichung General Hospital is a big step forward in providing excellent health care to everyone. We will keep improving our telemedicine service to make sure all our patients get the best care possible, no matter where they are. This is our team member of our health center. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for this exciting presentation. This marks the end of all our presentations. And we now go into the Q&A session. And we have about 28 minutes. So the questions, I'll go through the questions that have been put in the Q&A window. Then if there are more questions, then we can make time for them afterwards. So the first question is from Mr. Alinafe Kaliwo. He wants to find out, he says, has this information been presented or published in journals or other online sources? That's the question. I hope you are able to get the question.
Yes, this is a good question. Because we developed the system by ourselves. So nowadays, we have not published the full system paper in any journal. But part of them are published in some journals with our colleagues in the departments. So thank you for your question. I think this is a good way. We will try to write down the system and the benefits and try to publish them to the journals. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. The next question is from Nana Agemang Prempe. I think this one is from Ghana in West Africa. So Nana says, thanks for this great presentation. My question is, how do you deal with patients who do not have IT competence to be a composite part of the process of medical care? So basically, the question is, how do you deal with patients that are not good at IT? How do you help them to use these tools? Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Nana. Thank you for your question. Yes, the digital diversity is a big issue in everywhere of Taiwan and even for South Africa. So in the hospital, with many volunteers to assist those who may not be familiar with IT technology. But in Taiwan, the most good volunteer, the son, the daughter of the patient, they will teach their parents very nice and have with patience. So we are trying to deliver the digital service to more patients. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. The next question after that is by Danny Nyatuka, and it goes like this. Health data is very sensitive, and it requires high-level security for patient privacy and confidentiality. How do you manage the issue of data privacy, and what kind of data protection laws are in place in China to regulate this?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for Danny's question. In Taiwan, national level, we have information security management law, the personal privacy protection law by the government. So the two laws are the basis of every public and the private institution. Taichung Veterans General Hospital also is regulated by the laws. By the law, Taichung Veterans General Hospital is assigned as Class A institution, which means the highest level of information security management requirement institution. Also, in the Ministry of Health and Welfare, they also assign each hospital in different level of information security management by hospital size. We are also assigned at the highest level critical infrastructure institution. So we have many laws to regulate us. Based on the above regulations, we will meet the highest level information security management requirements. Like we will set Chief Information Security Officer (CISO), and we have Information Security Management Committee, and the information system must be certified by ISO 27701 and other standards. We have 4 dedicated persons in charge of information security management business. Also, many information security technology are adopted in our hospital, like firewall, IPS, antivirus, endpoint detection responses, and other securities. Also, information security education are very important. So every person in our hospital are required to take information security education. This is my answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And the next question is from Dr. Frederick Isingizwe, and it goes like this. Thank you very much for the presentation, Mr. Lai. My question, do you host these information systems locally at the hospital, or do you outsource entirely or partially the hosting to cloud infrastructure providers like AWS?
Yes, thank you, Frederick. Thank you for your question. In the regulations of Taiwan Ministry of Health and Welfare, it is not allowed to host hospital data to cloud providers before. This regulation changed until last July. So now every hospital in Taiwan hosts information system local. But after the regulation changes, we began to contact cloud infrastructure providers. Now we host backup data in cloud infrastructure providers, and we will continue to host more and more data in cloud providers to increase resilience of our hospital. But the cost of the cloud provider is a big issue. The price in Taiwan is still very high. So we will evaluate the service level and the cost. Then we make decisions with our superintendent and our finance department. This is my answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The next question is about e-paper. So it says, it's from Solomon Chaya, and it goes like this. In cases where the e-paper display has been mismatched or mispaired or didn't update in time, how do you handle such cases? Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your question. We have a special online message board to report problems. If the clinic cannot update the e-papers, they tell us right away, and we take care of it. Usually, it's because the power has run out, and that's why it cannot update. We will inform the clinic to have the deliver staff return the e-paper with the issue for battery replacement. That's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The next question is also by Nana Agemang Prempe. It says, the concept of sustainability has become topical in hospital management. Hence, what role does this concept play in, or in what ways is it considered in the smart hospital system beyond the e-paper technology? So maybe difficult question, but I feel like maybe it's like touching on the issue of to say, when you look at the e-paper technology, how do you look at life beyond it, or maybe how sustainable is it in the long run? I think that's the kind of question that I think is being asked here.
Thank you. This is a good question. Thank you, Anna. This is a good question. In Taiwan, the government follows the United States 2050 zero carbon goals. So we also define the ESG law of Taiwan. So because we are public medical center, so we are required to obey the ESG law. Now we began calculating CO2 consumption and the carbon footprint and the power usage, the many data. After collecting this information, like I mentioned before in my slide, like the emergency patient waiting time casing, we will find, after we collect data, we will find the most important issues, and we can solve them individually. Finally, I think we will arrive the zero carbon goals in future.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. The next one is just a comment from Linda Katzi Hulana. He says the drip infusion tag and the bedside display is absolutely amazing and time saving. So that's just a comment and a good one. And then the next question I think is interesting. Is from Professor Razia Adam from the University of the Western Cape. She is asking as to how this transformation has been funded. How is this process funded? That's the question.
Yes, thank you, Professor Razia. This is a good question. Yeah, it's a very real question. In Taiwan, we have a rule of thumb of IT investment ratio. It is about at least 1% of hospital income should be funding, should be the fund of the information system development. So in our hospital, our information budget is about 4 million to 5 million US dollars each year. This is for some hospitals, this is a very large, very huge amount of money. But for our hospital, it is far shortage, far less than we require. So we are trying to search more funding for our hospital information system. Thank you.
Hello. The next question is she left, but she will get the recording. Nashrin Behadin. He's saying, good information, very informative presentation. I would like to know how long this software has been in use and at how many facilities, theaters is it being used? Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, I'm hearing you now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this good question. Because I not understand facilities very well, but I try to explain it. In our hospital information system that I mentioned before, we deploy the hospital information system to 12 other hospitals around Taiwan. As you mentioned, as you see before, in our hospital internally, we present the hospital information system covers all facilities in our hospital, including 41 first grade department, so over 150 second level departments. So each facility using our hospital information system. I don't know if this can answer your question.
Yeah, so the next question is from Nana again. It says the hospital has been cited as one of the places that churns out all types of waste. Not your hospital, the hospital in general. So it says that hospitals in general, they create all manner of waste. So the question is, how does the smart hospital system deal with waste management? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nana. And this question is very surprised me because there is no any slide talk about this. And but I try to answer these questions about the process of medical waste. We have the regulation defined by our Ministry of Health and Welfare can be followed, and all the hospitals must be followed the regulation. So that's my answer. Sorry.
Thank you so much. So when I read the question, I was like, what? Did they Google and find out that? Yeah, so okay. Yeah, so the next question is, how do you ensure that there is no information? I think this one is a repetition because I think we already tackled the issue of privacy. But the question went like this: how do you ensure that there is no information, patient, personal, and critical information leakage due to cyber security attacks? So I feel like it was already covered. So I want to move on to the next one. So the next one is by Mr. Andre Henny, who is my colleague here at the University of the Western Cape, and he has been helping me to organize this webinar. And he says, good morning. Thank you for the good and informative presentations. In the process of moving from a traditional paper-based hospital to a smart hospital, so that is the e-paper question as well. Basically, it's in the process of moving to the traditional paper-based system to the e-paper system. How has your electricity footprint increased? And have you put measures in place to move towards becoming a green hospital using other sources of electricity supply? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Professor Andrew. This is a good question. In moving to the smart hospital, most papers and the analog devices are replaced by digital way. So the significant benefit of our hospital is the reduction of paper use, the reduction of paper storage space, and the reduction of paper delivery person. So it is for hospital, it is a very, very important issue for us because in Taiwan we are so crowded and we are very limited space. So we do not provide more and more space to store these papers. So it is the must way to go to digital. But the side effect of digital is power usage. But compared to the paper consumption, the space and the personal delivery, the power usage is still very small part of the other compared to the other solutions. So it is I think it is a very important and we must go continue to go through the way. As I mentioned before, we began calculate our CO2 consumption and the carbon footprint. So we will collect more data and we will improve the electricity supply efficiency and use it less and less power to running the smart hospital. This is my answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I will combine some two questions, one from Barros Mueso and the other one from an anonymous attendee. And the one from Barros says, has this kind of innovation been shared out to other countries? That's one. The other one says, supposing your innovation is to be rolled out in another country, is it adaptable to how things are executed there? So I feel like these two are talking to the same thing. So let's say, for instance, some of these innovations, maybe if they have been introduced to other countries, I feel like for Taiwan, it's closer to countries in Southeast Asia, countries like Thailand, Malaysia. So the question is, have the technologies been introduced to other countries? And then how adaptable are they to other countries?
Thank you for your question. This is a good question of the information system rolled out to another country. So it is our government part. The government hopes every medical center in Taiwan can roll out the information system, the solutions to other countries. So we are now cooperating with some companies, commercial companies, to do this business. After the cooperation relationship is confirmed and the price is confirmed, I think we will sell to other countries.
Okay.
This system will sell to other countries. If you have idea or intention to try our hospital information system, please send email to me. I will very glad to share with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And this is one of the major issues why we have this kind of exchange, in my view. And the next question is from Verona Matthews. It says, very informative session. Thank you very much. My question is, do you have an essential indicator list where you are compared to other hospitals? How many indicators are on the list? Oh, I think.
Okay, I will answer this question. Because the hospital information system in Taiwan is high customized systems. So we don't have the indicator to compare with other hospital, but we try to join a lot of recommendation or the competitions and try to get the award and we had to get to join the teams and run. And we joined the validation of teams about the NRAN stage 6 and 7. And the teams have digital healthcare index score. And we try to become an outstanding model through this.
Okay. Thank you so much. We just have 2 minutes on the clock to go, but I would like to ask for the participants' patience because I feel like we can go through these questions. Maybe it will extend by 2 more minutes after 11. So the next question is from an anonymous attendee. It says, which software system is used for drug-to-drug interaction and dosage check?
About these questions, actually, this is developed by our pharmacy department based on a lot of conference, clinical guideline or paper on the SCI or something they think that's important in Taiwan. So this is developed by our pharmacy department.
Thank you so much. I feel like some questions I think have been tackled in the presentation. I think some colleagues came in late. So like the question by Hope Bulas, he says, thank you for the presentation. Can you provide insights into how telehealth has helped address specific healthcare needs or challenges within Taiwan, such as rural healthcare access or an aging population? I feel like I think the colleague came in after your presentations, where you shared the videos of how the telehealth system is used to help people in the rural areas, and I think colleague came in late, so I think you will have to check the video after we are done. And then the other question by Kanita Basia, it says, how does the socioeconomic factors mitigate the implementation of this kind of innovation? What are the tools in place to present funding opportunities in the global south? I think, Mr. Lai, you touched on this question when you answered the previous question again. So I think it was touched on. But the final one, which I feel like maybe from Chantor, which says, how did you effectively facilitate the transition for users migrating from conventional systems to a digitally oriented platform? Was the adoption process executed smoothly? I think that one maybe is new in my view. It's about the transition from the traditional system to the digital system. How was the process, and was it smooth, and what kind of challenges you faced and stuff like that?
Yes, I thank you for your question. I think in the last slide of my presentation, for the migration to digital-oriented platform, the high-table support and the multi-discipline cooperation are key to success. We will share and we will communicate, and we will face the same problems to solve them together. So I think the second, my experience in the second experience of my slide are the people and the process are always first. People must have this idea for digital transformation, and they will take steps toward the digital transformation, and this will make the process more smoothly and successful. So I think high table, multi-discipline, people, process are always very important, and the technology is to solve their problem. So technology last. This is my personal opinion. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So this is the end of all the questions that came through, but I believe that it has been a huge information download, and the people are still digesting the content, and there would be more questions and more feedback and more possibilities. So I would like to encourage all participants to say that if you have further questions, you can actually relay them to me, send them to us, then we will pass them to them. And then if there are other possibilities also, please do not hesitate. That's the purpose of this kind of webinar. And I would like to thank our colleagues at Taichung Veterans General Hospital, because at the time when we suggested that we should have this webinar, they actually were on the new year, and the time looked very like there wasn't enough time, but they still accepted to do it. And would like to thank you, Mr. Lai, and your team very much. And we believe that this is a stepping stone to more collaboration as we go ahead. And to all the participants, them that are here now and those that have left for one reason or another, would like to thank you all for coming and participating in this webinar. And to those participants who will watch this video, but they indicated that they would come but are busy with one issue or another, we also want to thank you for registering. You will get this video, and please communicate to us if there are possibilities. So this is all from me. I would like to thank you very much once again. Share.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So this is the end of.
Sorry, I want
Continue.
to speak 1 more minute. We hope
No,
you
go ahead.
can get some Okay, we hope you can get some ideas from our presentations. And thank you for all your participation. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Taiwan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.